guy. It is July the 16th, 2024, and it's a beautiful 29 degrees Celsius without the humidity, something like that. And I'm here with Kyler, and he is a resident Prince Edward Islander, because that's where we are in PEI, and he's giving me the grand tour of his neck of the woods with his family history that dates back to the early 1800s, late 1700s, depending on which side of the family you're.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go check out some sites.
Well, Harris was a famous island architect. He built many of the churches in the island in the late 1800s. He designed the Indian River Church about 1905. Prior to that was the one in Kincora, St. Malachy's. That was about 1901, 1902. Black Horse Corner was my great-great-grandfather's inn, was located there. He was a well-known horseman and made a special Tuplin's black liniment for horses. So after the inn was gone, the community put a monument there for it. And we'll just take a drive down the hill here.
So we are on PEI's not so well-known Magnetic Hill.
Yeah.
Whether it rivals that of Moncton's, we shall soon see.
We're here at the bottom of the hill. I'll just put my car into neutral here.
Back, there's the hill.
Let's see if we can move.
Car in neutral. There's Kyler's legs. And you can see we are magically being pulled up that hill. Seems to be doing their trick.
Yeah.
And we're picking up speed.
We're going uphill.
So this was another relative's discovery.
Yeah, this was my mother's first cousin. It's down here. There, it's not that long, but it's there.
So what's Prince Edward Island famous for?
Potatoes and Anna Green Gables. And here's some potatoes coming up here on the right.
And Confederation?
Yeah.
What did your parents do, Kyler?
My parents were farmers. They had mixed farms. So when I was a kid, it was mostly geese. We had up to 1,000 geese a year. It was the largest flock east of Quebec. And then in the...
How do you get them to stay on the farm and not fly away? How do you farm birds?
Well, the
they
domestic geese won't fly or can't fly. They're too fat. They're not like wild geese that are made for flying. Domestic geese aren't. So they hit that, and then we got into fox farming in the mid-70s, and that had a real resurgence in the 1980s. Prince Edward Island, of course, was the place where wild foxes were first domesticated back in the early 1900s, 1910s. And at that time, fortunes were made on the island with
fox fur?
With fox fur, yeah. A lot of mansions built in the island with that.
So no potatoes on your side of the family?
Nope, no potatoes on our side. We would come down here in the spring. There's a fish called Gasparo. They're really bony and they're not much good for anything. But they would come. They come up here in the spring to spawn or whatever in the pond up there, and then come back. So we would come out at night with nets and just scoop up like literally a truckload of them. Wow, take them home to feed the fox.
How has Prince Edward Island changed since you've lived here?
Oh my, I have to think about that one. How has it changed?
That's why I don't give you the questions ahead of time. No.
Yeah.
I won't focus on you, I'll focus on the scenery.
I don't know, I would say it's become more worldly because of modern technology.
Yeah.
TV's not, back when I was a kid, it was pretty backwoodsy in a lot of ways.
Do you find that the population has changed too? That you've got more of an international flair to it?
Yeah, most definitely, and that's
even in the countryside?
Even fairly recently. Countryside, yes, the city's much more so. That started probably 15 years ago, but has really expanded, I'd say, in the last probably 5-6 years. We've really seen a big change as far as that goes.
And just for you people who are watching, we are not on a main highway.
Yeah.
This is a back road shortcut that he promises he won't be killing me on.
Yeah. We'll try not. And luckily right now, although we've had lots of rain and that, it's not too bad. You wouldn't want to come down here after a big rainstorm or springtime especially. Hope we don't meet anybody.
We're stirring up the butterflies and the birds, and we are
people.
meeting somebody. Here we go. How does this work? Let's see. There's a big truck.
Yeah, it's a big truck. I'm going to have to see if I can get around the bend back here.
No, he's...
There's a little spot here where it's a little wider. Tallest cliffs on the island. They're 150 feet high, I think it is.
And what are we looking at over there?
This is into the mouth of the London Harbour. That's the sandbar that extends out from Cavendish all the way across the harbour, and then further down you're looking at the north shore towards Rustico, all through the national park.
And then out into open water?
Out into open water of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Newfoundland is however hundreds of miles that way. Other than that, it's wide open. Cape Tryon Lighthouse. So this area is known as Yankee Hill. Back in, I think it was about 1855, 1857, there was a huge gale blew in on the north shore of PEI. At that time, a lot of fishermen from New England came up here, so the Gulf of St. Lawrence was filled with U.S. fishing boats in the fall. The gale came up very suddenly, and hundreds of ships were wrecked, and hundreds of sailors drowned in that. And there's this pioneer cemetery just off to the left here. Several of the sailors are buried in it, so it became known as Yankee Hill, from the Yankee Gale.
All on the honor system.
Yeah.
When it comes to fishing, what do the people fish for in PEI?
Ball lobster, of course, is the main harvest for that. There's a lot of other shellfish though too, though, particularly oysters and blue mussels are very well known. PEI also has a tuna fishery, which a lot of people don't realize. That's very lucrative in the fall.
Is that a deep sea or is that a river?
Yeah, no, their tuna fishing is deep sea. Few rods. Odd stories would know of Lantern Hill. This is the house where that is based on. They have their sign in the yard there still, Lantern Hill. You can see it now.
I kind of can see it,
Yeah.
but and then there's the hill.
Yeah.
Do you see animals on this the roads?
Not very often, actually. You might see the odd fox here and there, but there's not a large population of wild animals on the island. There's nothing larger than a coyote, which of course you don't see at all. There was never any deer or anything like that on the island, or moose. There was bears at one point. They were hunted to extinction. I think it was 1927 was the last bear was shot down east. So the biggest we got is coyotes and foxes, and coyotes were not on the island until probably the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. They came across from Nova Scotia, the winter ice. Before that, they didn't exist on the island.
The makeup Avonlea. It's Cow's ice cream. So there we go. You focus on driving. Don't focus on me. He's still driving here, but this is going to be the end of the tour, the quick tour that we've done today. Hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit of Prince Edward Island and what there is to see. There's so much more to see. My battery's going to run out, so this is what you get to see today. You guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?